Iran literally just looked at the United States in the eye and said, "We're waiting for you. Step foot on our soil and we will set your troops on fire." So Iran came out today and said that the US is unaware that our men are waiting for American soldiers to enter on the ground so they can set them ablaze and punish their regional partners forever. They're accusing Washington of doing two things at once: signaling negotiations in public while secretly plotting ground assaults behind closed doors. And honestly, he might not be wrong. Because look at what's happening on the ground. The Washington Post reported this weekend that the Pentagon has already drawn up plans for weeks of ground operations inside Iran. So, on one hand, Rubio's on here saying Washington can achieve all of these objectives without ground troops. But on the other hand, you've got thousands of troops stacking up in the region, and the Pentagon literally wargaming ground scenarios. You see the contradiction there? Now, there's heavy speculation about what a ground operation would even look like. One option being floated is the U.S. forces seizing Karg Island, Iran's main oil terminal in the Persian Gulf, and others taking coastal positions to try to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, which Iran has essentially shut down since this war started. And then there's the talk of raiding nuclear sites deep inside Iran to secure nuclear material before Iran does something desperate with it, kind of like WMDs back in the day. Now we need to talk about what Trump actually wants out of all of this. Because you see, while everyone is debating whether boots hit the ground, Trump just told the Financial Times point blank, "To be honest with you, my favorite thing is to take oil in Iran." He said people who push back on that idea are, in his words, stupid people. So think about this logically. If you want to take the oil, hold the oil, and actually benefit from the oil, you need a permanent, sustained military presence on Iranian soil. You're talking about troops stationed there indefinitely, facing a country with millions of fighters who just said they're ready and waiting to light you up. I already broke down exactly what a U.S. ground operation in Iran will look like, what the real objectives are behind the scenes, and why this decision is so much more complicated than just send in the troops. If you haven't watched that video yet, go find it on my page. Drop a comment and tell me, do you think Trump actually tries to seize Iran's oil, or does this all collapse into a ceasefire before it gets to that point? Hit that like button, share this, bookmark it, and please, as always, let's talk about it.